Hey, Zach here from Frontenac Outfitters Canoe and Kayak Center. Today we're having a look at the Nemo Equipment Riff series of sleeping bags. So the Riff is available in both a men's and women's bag in 2 different temperature ratings and 3 different sizes. Let's have a closer look at some of the details. So the Riff series of bags shares a lot of similarities to the Disco series of bag. This would be the upgraded bag with a higher quality of down inside of it, so it's going to pack smaller and be lighter. It does come in at a higher price point, but that's because of the higher quality down that it's using. So like the Disco, this is a spoon-shaped bag, and we'll get into what that style of cut means in a minute. Let's have a closer look at some of the integrated features that we're going to find on the Riff. So starting at the top here, we've got our hood. So on nice cool evenings, you can pull the hood up, trap some of that warmth in up around the head. Another nice feature on the Nemo bags that we'll find is this little pocket area here that we can tuck in one of the Nemo Pillow series of pillows. So it's going to hold that pillow in place for you so you're not sliding out from it all night, and it's going to keep it locked inside of the sleeping bag for you. We have our blanket fold here, which is going to act as a draft collar. So again, on cooler evenings, we can tuck that in, stop any drafts, give us some warmth around the neck. If it's warmer, just pop it out of the way and you get some good breathability. The upgraded zippers on here are really nice, using a good quality YKK. Has this really nice sliding function on it, so it gets a really smooth glide throughout here and really resists any bunching up of the fabric for a couple of reasons. One being the style of zipper that it's using, and also on the inside, they've got some reinforcement on the fabric here, and you can just kind of feel it, but it helps trap that fabric, keeping it flat and smooth instead of getting caught and hung up inside of the zipper. Makes it really easy to zip up when you're inside the bag, just grabbing on this inside one, pulling it up, and likely not going to get caught in on the fabric. Another nice feature that we're going to find on the Riff is our interior pocket right here. And it's just a nice little pocket. You can stash something to have it close at hand, maybe a small cell phone, anything you need to have close at hand in the middle of the night, your headlamp, whatever, because you're always searching for that in the middle of the night when you got to get up and go to the bathroom. Nice hidden pocket, you can barely see it, zipper's right there. And one of the key features that Nemo is so famous for is their thermal gills on the exterior of this bag. The thermal gills seems like a bit of a gimmick, but honestly, they work really, really well. So on cooler nights, you can have these zipped up, trap more warmth inside of the bag. On warmer nights, we can open these up and allow a bit more breathability inside the bag, letting some of that hot air coming out of the bag, and they work really, really nicely. Effectively, turning, maybe a -9 bag into a more usable summer bag, as opposed to just wanting to use it for, the fall or whatever, because it's just too warm to take. This helps give it a bit more functionality in those kind of off seasons, or, those in-between seasons where you could have warm days, or you could have in cold nights. Having that feature, really, really nice. Moving down to the bottom of the bag, we have our waterproof Footbox here. This is a really cool feature because the condensation that builds up inside the tent, oftentimes, we'll find in the morning that the bottom of our sleeping bag might be wet or damp from collecting that condensation that's coming off. So what this is going to do is protect the down on the inside of the bag, preventing moisture from getting in there. It's just a really nice feature to have without, sacrificing any breathability of overall of the entire bag. Another nice feature we're going to find on the Riff, as well as the Disco, is the ability for the men's and women's bags to zip together, creating one big sleeping bag. So if you're wanting to cuddle up with your partner at night, then that's a good way to do it. So the Nemo Riff comes with its compression sack for traveling, also comes with a loft bag for storage. So certainly our down bags, we want to make sure that we're storing lofted and not inside the compression bag, either hanging up in a closet, under a bed, or in our loft bag in storage somewhere. And this will protect the down inside from becoming overcompressed and essentially damaging the down, so that it's not going to be as warm as it should be. Packability on this bag is great. Being that 850 fill power, it's going to pack down really small. We'll show you what that looks like in the compression sack, but it's great. It's a nice lightweight bag. This is the -9 series here, so it's going to be a little heavier than the -1. So just choose your temperature rating accordingly, and if you need any help with that, feel free to reach out to us. Now, I think the most important feature to talk about on this bag is the actual cut of the bag. It's not like any other mummy bag or barrel bag or anything out there. These are fantastic for side sleepers, or if you tend to move around in the bag a lot. The nice thing about it is the bag has a tendency to stay put and not kind of get all twisted up around you as you rotate through the night. One of my favorite bags for sure is the spoon shape. This is the ultralight spoon, which is the Riff, the Disco being kind of the classic, and then there's another version of a synthetic, slightly heavier bag called the Tempo, and we'll have links to those in other videos. So this is it in its compression sack. I could compress it down a little further if I wanted to, but I think this is a pretty good size for getting into the backpack or in my portage bag. For comparison, here's an Nalgene bottle to give you an idea of how big it's gonna sit at. This guy comes in, this is the long -9, so this is gonna be the heaviest of the series essentially. And this one comes in at about just over 2.5 pounds, so not bad. Packability is absolutely great on it. So that was the Nemo Equipment Riff series of bags. As we said, available in both men's and women's, multiple sizes, couple different temperature ratings on it. If you have any questions about sizing or what temperatures you should be shopping for, feel free to give us a call, send us an email. For more information, check it out online at frontenacoutfitters.com. As always, thanks a lot for watching.